Yo guys, welcome. This is Sam from Instinct Learning, and today I want to talk about the importance of discipline when making music. And this is, in my opinion, one of the core things that you need to have if you want to be a successful music producer. Because if you are, too much into doing anything you want and not what you have to do, then you will not accomplish and you will have no progress. You can only make progress if you're disciplined. That means that you need to have some sort of schedule. That schedule does not have to necessarily be written down on paper or in a computer program or anywhere. It's fine if you just follow that schedule naturally. This is also mostly how I did go after this. Although I learned discipline when I was studying, or to be exact, before I started to study. Before I was going to the Academy of Arts in Munich, I was prepared for the university on a project called International Munich Art Lab. And this was a great project. It took, young people from all corners of life, a lot of them also with problems, and took their talent and brought them where they have to go. In my case, it was the art university. There were all kinds of people, photographers, fashion people, and all kinds of creatives, painters, sculptors, filmmakers, etc. And they gave us the stuff, the tool, and the knowledge that we need to accomplish our creative vision, basically. And this was really, really amazing, first of all, to be with a lot of other creatives in that time and to focus on the target and to make it happen in the end. And there I learned discipline, because it started at 8 o'clock in the morning and it ended at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was working every day from those hours for the first time in my life. I was around 18, 19 years. And I dropped school long before that. I had a really strange way from my schooling because I dropped out really early, and then I jumped onto the university, which is extraordinary in itself. Normally you need to finish your school, then you go to university. I just skipped most of the school and was going directly to university. And thanks to the discipline that I learned there. So this kind of 8 to 5 rhythm prolonged afterwards. After that, this was also my music making rhythm. Actually, I started to make music on this project. The first time when I had access to monitor speakers and a dual screen computer with a sound card, etc., was in this project. After I accomplished my goal, there were still 3 months left, so they gave me the stuff to start music. Shortly after that, I bought my first laptop in my life. It's a cool side note maybe for you guys. I had my first laptop with 21 years old. And that was really, really uncommon for my generation. All my friends, when I was in elementary school, etc., they already had PCs when they were 7, 8, 9, 10, so they were used to it since a long time. And for me, it was something relatively new. Of course, I knew it from my friends, etc., but it's not the same as owning your own PC. Then I got my first laptop and I started to make music myself, and I kept on working in the same rhythm. Also, this time I was studying at the same time. Music became this central thing in my life though. And I actually was working schedules in some cases when there was a high motivational phase. Let's say I got booked to a great festival. Then the weeks before that, I often worked from 8 to 3 a.m. From 8 a.m. to 3 a.m., 5 hours sleep, going back to work. And nobody told me to do so. This was just my aspiration to achieve that led me to do that, and to basically only work, sleep, eat, repeat. You can put smoke also inside it, because that is the truth. I always smoked marijuana during my work, and I still do that from time to time. And this didn't stop me from doing great work, I think, and great progress especially. If you want to do great progress, you have to put the hours in. If you're unwilling to have discipline, then you will not put the hours in. So get yourself some kind of schedule if you really want to do what you aspire for. If you have a great goal or a great dream, the work to achieve that will probably be substantial. Great things don't just come rolling around the corner and are ready for you. You actually have to achieve them, you have to work for them and kind of suffer for them. And the suffering part is to be not good in what you want to do and transcending this through work and discipline. I think those things are incredibly important. And I still believe that they are incredibly important, especially if you're like in your low 20s, if you're like 23, 24. In this time, I hardly suggest that you get your things together and really focus on what you want to accomplish in your life, or at least in that moment. What do you want to be in this, web of possibilities that is our world? I think that rounds it up for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this kind of video. It's kind of a new format where I talk about things regarding the creative process. If you like the video, then leave a like, subscribe to my tiny little channel to make it a little bit bigger and make the family a little bit bigger. Feel free to comment so that we can have a conversation about the stuff that I talked about discipline in creative work. And even if you're coming from some different corner of creative work, like let's say you're a painter or a graphic artist, etc., I think that still counts for this as well. Like most great things require exuberant amount of work. So let's talk a little bit about that. I'm trying to come up with a lot of new ideas where I'm basically making those talking head videos where I'm talking to you directly about those things. And it would be great if you give me a little bit of feedback if you enjoyed it or if it's terrible. And then we see us in the next video, hopefully. And hopefully then I'm back in Europe, since I'm still stuck in Asia due to this thing that is going around still. But it looks like I'm coming back home to Europe in a couple of days. So thank you for watching and listening, and have a great day. See you guys in the next video.